day like today, where it's a changeable wind, it's always a difficult range here in Pokljuka. Never ever is it dead calm. You have to read the flags very well. Svensson's taken another 5 seconds out of Tim Burke's time.
Well, he's flying and maybe sensing that it's going to be his day. It's not going to be Bernbacker's. Lesser 26.13 his time at the moment. He's had a good season, Lesser. I think he surprised himself with his performances up north in Sweden. Here comes Labe Lund, 9 out of 10 and 31 seconds outside. Goes into second place for now, and the Norwegians slowly but surely are starting to turn it on. Well, Svensson's into the home straight now as well. He's hit 9 out of 10, but he's considerably faster than Labe Lund, and he takes Tim Burke's lead away. 14.4, having come out of the range 5 seconds behind. So that's a 20-second turnaround in the last 3.3 kilometres.
That's incredible. Absolutely focused today, Svensson. Of course, he missed out on the relay. Tired after the pursuit. Simonov often performs well here.
Again, Mike shooting that central target first, then going right, then switching over to the left. It's the old school way of doing it. It'd be nice to see some stats to see whether the people who still use that method are more accurate or not.
It's interesting. Not many do it. You've only got about, what, 5% of the best 100 here will alter the routine or take the middle target out first. There's a huge arcing of the rifle. You have to go from the middle to the far left and all the way to the far right. So technically it takes you a little longer.
Well, plenty of big names have done it in the past. I'm sure you can think of a few. Magdalena Forsberg stuck with it throughout her career.
Zubrilova in the women's field, she also had that routine. Poirier adopted it for one season, I think.
One miss in the sprint. So damaging to your chances. Moravec, is he going to clear all 10? Yes, he does. A little hole before the last one, and he's the second man to get the perfect shooting score. 17.10 from Tim Burke. Well, that's come and gone, and now he's racing for a top 3 finish. Lindström on 17.35. Not a bad race from Lindström, and he's well inside that, so he's got 6-second advantage over Freddie Lindström of Sweden. This is the one that the crowd want to see, and they want all 5 targets down. The time is still good. Good reflexes. Oh! Watch that time. 17.10 from Burke. Svensson, remember, came out in 17.16. He's going to be well inside Svensson's time, and now it is a ski race between Svensson, who's just come across the line, and Jakob Fack, who starts out on his last lap with a 3-second advantage over Burke. I think he'll be able to outski Burke, Mike, but the question is, did Svensson accelerate enough on that last lap?
9.2 seconds advantage Fack has now on Svensson.
And guess who's turned it up on his second lap? Lars Berger, cruising on the first lap, is now inside the time set by Jakob Fack at the moment. Oh, but he needed 5. Forward still give him a chance of a top 3. And 2 leaves him well out of the top order. Well, 2 penalty loops, 300 metres, 40 seconds. It's a respectable result, but there's so much potential there.
So much. If he could have just hit one more, he's still going to put himself on the podium. He will pick up his ski pace, though.
Well, look at those national flags. What a fantastic mix of nationalities we have in the top positions, but crucially, it is a home skier that leads the way. Jakob Fack, who has the lead after the second shoot. Freddie Lindström driving for the line, a man who really made his mark last year, stepped up into the big time. 39 seconds outside, 1 target missed. The missed target, 23 seconds, so still some 13 to 15 seconds off the pace.
Yes, absolutely. Altitude here may be playing a factor, but Hochfilzen last week, somewhat 200 metres lower. We're at 1,350 metres here.
Well, we need to track Fak. We'll get a split time going through 8.6 kilometres. Remember, he came out of the range at 6.6. Well, it looks easy on the downhills.
This is your recovery, and you don't often get a chance where you can put your elbows to your knees and just take the weight off your quadriceps to get some recovery time before the huge climb.
Alexis Boeuf, we've got used to seeing him hoist up the race numbers, so the ski suit makes contact with ski suit. A little more friction.
He didn't show any emotion, but that will be so frustrating for Boeuf. He wanted those 5, he needed them.
On Pfeiffer, a disastrous start. He was a little unlucky, hit the wind when he came into the range for the first time, and although he changed his sights, I think actually, Mike, he might have gone the wrong way. Having changed them one way, changed them back again, whereas he needed to continue. What about Oleine Bjorndalen? 8 hits out of 10, as you can see, 1:13, so still some 30 seconds slower than Svensson.
5th place, and there's some big names ahead of him, but well, he's bib number 21. There's still many big names out there.
Now, Bjorn Ferry got a win. I think it might have been his first win here 2 years ago, 2010. Very windy conditions on that occasion. Lau Bailey for the USA. Buoyed, no doubt, by the performance that he will have been tracking of Tim Burke. Nice shooting from Bjorn Ferry. That puts him in the running for a top 5 and a really good start in Saturday's pursuit.
Good chance to see the flags, and on lane 1 you can see the faraway flags coming from the right, the nearest flag to you coming from the left. 40 seconds Ferry off the pace, and that's the same shooting as Svensson. Now Jakob Fak, as Beatrix comes through, Fak should be going through the 8.3 kilometre marker.
Well, that's a good ski by Beatrix into 3rd. He's the 2nd fastest of those who's had 1 miss. Svensson obviously the fastest of the day so far. Now this will be quick. Simonada. You've got to love his guts. That's so committing. Every single time he goes for it. Again, not the most relaxed looking position in the stand, but he doesn't hang around, Ada. I'm not sure he even takes a single breath in between the shots. What are we going to get from Fourcade? The prone was slow, deliberate, accurate. Svensson will be willing one of these to miss. Well, Svensson's not got his wish, and Martin Fourcade is away. His last lap about to start, and you have to feel that even Fak on 17:07 is going to struggle to match this man. Is it win number 3? He looked tired last week in Hogfilson. I think that's the only thread of hope that the Norwegians and the Slovenians can hang on to at the moment.
It is. Slovenians, well, Fak has just gone through the 8.3. He was 9.2 seconds ahead of Svensson. He's now only 4.8 seconds ahead.
Yeah, Svensson very, very quick on the last lap. Fourcade, though, he got out sprinted in Hogfilson. Mike, he looked a little heavy on the skis. Had 3 days rest. I think he would have taken it fairly easy up here.
I think he would have certainly some classic skiing, the old style skiing, to just get the recovery in the legs, if you like. It's more like jogging, which is certainly good after a lot of skating. Surely with Fourcade only that small margin down, he's going to pick it up.
Did you ever get to the stage in your career where you were more confident of hitting the standing targets than the prone?
There was a phase, yes, I had a decent percentage in the stand, an okay percentage in the pro, and an 89 and a 92%. But then you start thinking about it. People start telling you, well, you rarely miss, and you start thinking, and it puts you off.
Well, I ask you because both Fak and Fourcade took a lot of time over the prone and then went through their normal routine with the stand. Like, these prone targets are so important.
To start the race, without a doubt, you need the good psychology of a good in-the-race start, and I think that's why they're being careful today in these conditions. Oh, look at this, half a second.
Well, he needs some help out there on the tracks. and he needs some cheer. He'll have good skis on, Jakub, there's no doubt about that. The wind has picked up again, left to right. Lukas Hofer has struck unlucky, and that is a shame because his prone shoot, as you can see, was perfect. Three more.
He's realising that his ski speed is very good. He knows he's on form and he's taking his time there. That's a pity.
It's still good. It's still very good from Lukas Hofer. There's plenty of time for him to come through. Here comes the sprint from Fak. He obviously knows now that he's just a second or so behind Svensson, and he needs some good ski speed coming into the stadium. It could be crucial. It's all downhill from here for Jakub Fak, and only half a second to make up on Svensson now with 150 metres to go. Will it be a Slovenian win?
I don't think so. I think he's going to be maybe 1.5, 2 seconds off the pace. He needs to pick it up.
24.42 he's after. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. He's just inside.
Whoa.
0.8 of a second, and Jakub Fak turns it round. What a great effort, and good teamwork from the Slovenians. So he knew exactly what he had to do.
That is so impressive. I did check his timing, only 600 metres away, and he was down. He was actually down by almost 2 seconds. Technicians will be part of that party celebration.
How many times do the coaches on the side of the track shout, every second counts? Well, Iliev of Bulgaria, that's actually a very respectable performance, not only in terms of shooting, but in terms of skiing as well. And I think we could be seeing a PB coming his way later on today. Bulgarians, slightly confusing. They've got a suit very similar to the Norwegians. He's Iliev wearing 49 there. Trying to find a way past the Russian. Now, Mike, Martin Fourcade, have we got an update on him?
Just looking now at the 8.3 kilometres marker. He hasn't come through yet. That was such a good and amazing finish there from Jakub Fak. So difficult and rare that you get an athlete winning the week before in the sprint, 7 days later taking the title again.
Well, we thought the pursuit in Hogfilson was a tight start. I think we could be looking at something exceptional here in Pokljuka. Large Berger with 2 misses in the stand. We saw his pro and he was delighted with that. He's only 40 seconds outside. He is skiing quicker than